You are looking live at the Waterloo High School Gymnasium here on a beautiful Tuesday night, the 14th of January 2014. FingerLakes1.com Sports is welcoming you to our broadcast tonight as the hometown Waterloo Indians take on the high-powered Newark Reds. Joining me is longtime friend Matt Verke as my ace commentator tonight. Matt, welcome first off. Good to be back working with you. And certainly this is a tale of two cities. The Indians are struggling, 0-6, 0-9 overall. Newark having an outstanding season, and they are 5-1 in league play, 8-2 overall. It looks like a mismatch on paper. Give us your views so far.
Yeah, Waterloo is really struggling this year, and they're really struggling to score the ball. And tonight is not a good matchup for them because Newark is they've really prided themselves this year on pressure man-to-man defense. Newark's going to press to start the game out, and Waterloo's going to have to figure out how to break that press, and hopefully they can score against the press. And like you said, Newark's having a great year this year. They got, so far this year only one league loss to Geneva. If things play out the way they do, they'll probably play Geneva up in Geneva with the league title on the line. And Waterloo's just looking to get better this year. They're a young team. They play mostly sophomores. So Coach Panic's trying to get these guys ready. They're not going to do much this year, but build for the future and look a year or two down the road when they will be able to compete in this tough league.
You hear the words, the adjectives: athletic, speed, an ability to score up and down the court. That fits the Newark Reds. And of course, I go back many years. You go back many years. I go back a lot more years than you do. But I remember having broadcasts on radio back then, the Newark Reds, and we were there 3 or 4 or 5 times a year under the guidance of Coach Gary Miller, legendary coach. And they had phenomenal programs year after year after year, and they haven't really gone off the radar screen.
No, they got great tradition. Coach Miller was followed by Coach Saravolo, who won several league titles. Newark's kind of in a drought. They haven't won a league title in 3 or 4 years here, so I'm sure Coach Haverillo is really itching to get a league title back into the town of Newark. But great tradition program, and they're going to have a shot. We were talking about Class A2 this year. Geneva's the 1 seed, Wayne's the 2, and then you got Newark is the 3 seed.
Right.
So the Finger Lakes East is well represented, and those guys could match up again in the come sectional time.
A decent crowd on hand, not as many as I would expect on a nice night tonight, but there might be a late, as we call it, a late arriving crowd here in Waterloo. It's good to be with you. The dog H. Weber, along with Matt Verke, of course, our ace cameraman, Hunt Dog Jeremy Hunt, along with our owner, producer, director, are pulling the knobs and switches to make sure we stay on the air. Of course, none other than Jim Senecropi. By the way, Generations Bank, the things you value in a bank are the deeply rooted values they've held for more than 140 years. Learn more at mygenbank.com. Check out their mobile banking app. Search for Generations Bank in the Android or Apple Store. Well, we got about a minute left to go before we get the sound of the horn. And of course, as we look at sectional points, it's easy to say where Waterloo stands. They are at minus 46 points.
Yeah,
not a good number.
No, and we talked about that. They've struggled obviously this year, but tonight, Newark's not a big team, so maybe Waterloo can get the ball inside to their big man Ben Deming. Maybe he'll be able to do some work down there. But Newark's guards really got to. Newark wants to play slow, and they want to get it inside, I think, and maybe, let Deming score on some of the smaller players that Newark has inside.
And all of us, of course, have a very close friend, the head coach of the Waterloo Indians, Jeff Panic, his second year, and I'm sure he's had a few sleepless nights. But again, they're young, and the expectation level has to come into play.
Yeah, I think he knew what he was getting into when he took the job 2 years ago, and they're building for the future. And like I said, they got a lot of sophomores. You're almost playing with basically what could be a JV team at times. So, they're going to make improvements, and Coach Panic's going to work them hard. And, they might not win a lot of games, but you want to see some progress as the year goes on.
And, of course, Newark coach is Bob Havrilla. We're getting ready to tip this off, but let's take a break now for a commercial break, and we'll come back and join high school basketball here from Waterloo.
Accept the judgment of coaches and officials.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at senecameadows.com.
We're back here at courtside. Harold Weber along with Matt Berkey. As the starting lineups are being announced, let's give you the starters for the visiting Newark Reds. Tyler Collins, Jamie Rosser, Paul Dingman, Micah Wright, and Phil Tack. Head coach Bob Havrilla. For the coach team of namely Jeff Panic, Waterloo will send to the court Nick Stenberg, David James Darling, Jonathan Jones, Kyle Bailey, and yes, another Deming in the Waterloo district, Ben Deming. So Matt Verkey, as we get ready to tip this baby off, what do you expect? Run and gun by the Reds, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they're gonna come out. I would imagine they're gonna pick up full court, a lot of pressure, man-to-man defense. Waterloo's gonna want to obviously keep the game a little bit slower, and a lot of pressure is gonna be put on the young Waterloo guards tonight.
And of course, you know, as you think about this, it reminds me of a great line. Mama said there'd be days like this. I'm not sure Mama ever said there'd be years like this, but certainly, you know, a team that gets into a slump like this, and I remember Minders football a few years ago. They went like 2 years without a win.
Yep.
Remember that? And I would be in Bobby Carosello's barber shop getting trimmed, which I need desperately now, and he would remark, everybody goes through this once in their lifetime, and you just have to be able to withstand the pain.
Yeah, you just can't, you know, Coach Panic can't allow them to accept losing. You know, they still got to come out and fight. And, you know, I expect Waterloo to give a good effort tonight. They're obviously overmatched by a really athletic Newark team. So we'll see. You never know. If Waterloo, their biggest problem is scoring points. So if they can get some shots to go early, maybe they'll get a little confidence and stick around in this game.
And by the way, the Newark JVs easily defeated Waterloo's JVs in the opener tonight. As we continue our broadcast, FingerLakes1.com basketball, of course, after tonight's broadcast, there's a classic one going to be held a week from tomorrow night from Clyde, Savannah. I normally don't try to, I'm working through, as you know, part-time, but I'm looking forward to carving out an open night to get over to see that game, Matt, because that one will be a barn burner.
Yeah, that should be a great game. Should be a sold-out Jim and Clyde, and once again, the league championship is most likely going to be on the line.
All right, let's get it underway as the Reds get the tip, and they're off and running. As Newark versus Waterloo here tonight from Waterloo. Tech is working the basketball way outside left of the lane. Now drive by the Red. Go to the hoop. Too far. Rebounded by the Indians. Waterloo underway. Deming with the rebound. Bounce pass out to Stenberg. Stenberg from way outside. Hits the back of the iron. Doesn't go. Deming with the rebound. Brings it back out.
Nice look there by Stenberg, and Deming got a big rebound for Waterloo there.
Bailey left-hand dribble, way out top of the lane. Now he backs away, goes to the baseline, open lane, 5-footer, overshot, rebounded, Reds. Coming out is Collins. Collins stops and pops and hits.
He's kind of an unnoticed man for Newark, but he does a great job running that point, Tyler Collins.
And here's a throwaway, and Waterloo saves it as the Indians come across with Darling. Now it's almost got plenty of time in the backcourt, and that's the obvious 10-second call.
Yeah, obviously you can't make 6 or 7 passes in the backcourt. Somebody's got to get that ball and get it across.
Justin away from Waterloo here on FingerLakes1.com TV. Hope you're checking us out and hope you'll stay with us throughout the broadcast as the Reds leading 2-0. Playing catch on the left side. Dribbling to the baseline. Now it is tipped away. It'll still be Newark basketball.
Waterloo's playing man-to-man, and they got Deming as guarding Tech, and he's kind of allowing him the outside shot and kind of clogging up the middle a little bit for Waterloo.
Collins looks to get it in and throws it way out to be sure that he got it in. Shot from the outside, no. Rebounded Reds, no. And going to kick it back out. Nice pass, layup. A pass to Phil Tack, and the score's 4-0 Newark. Wide open. As I like to say on these broadcasts, I could have made that one. As the Indians.
He was open.
Stolen by Reds. Here comes Collins, 6-0 Newark. 6-0, quick timeout by head coach Jeff Panic.
Nice pass there from Collins underneath the tack. And this is kind of just what we talked about early on. Waterloo hasn't been able to solve that press yet. I think they're going to have to make some longer passes diagonally. They're kind of making some little short passes. You got to, make some longer passes and get the ball across half court.
You mentioned pressure D, and they've shown just a little bit of a sampler platter, as we say. And certainly they're going to continue that pressure throughout the game.
Yep, that's their bread and butter this year. They really pride themselves on that man-to-man pressure defense.
So Waterloo tried to inbounds it. A lot of pressure coming out of the backcourt. Into the front court. Shot is up. No good. Blocked by the Reds. Looking down for the man leading the pack. And a bang it home as he stuffs it home. Micah Wright. Stuff City, and it's 8-0 Newark. Stolen by the Reds. Back and forth. Count it. 10-0 Newark. Not the kind of start you wanted if you were Waterloo. And there's the old slammer-dammer. As the Indians now looking at a 10-0 deficit, trying to find some air. Driving to the middle, throw up a 5-footer, good.
Nice take by Jonathan Jones there. Maybe that will settle Waterloo down a little bit.
Stolen by the Indians of Waterloo. Down 10-2. Cross court. Stenberg. Now Bailey. Left-hand dribble. Bailey lost it. And now we have got a push. Cheap foul on Collins.
Yeah, he put 2 hands on him, and the ref called it right away. That's a point of emphasis. You heard it all year long. But Waterloo's really struggling. Their ball handlers are having trouble. Newark is just so quick out in the perimeter that Waterloo's really struggling just to get into their offense here.
Inbounding Jones to Bailey. Bailey, right-hand dribble. Top of the circle, backs away now. Decides to keep on dribbling. Stolen by the Reds. They got the basketball. 10-2 Reds. Long pass. Saved by the Reds. Going to kick it back out. Leaves it for Micah Wright. Long one. Good. Micah Wright. And another timeout called by the Indians. 13-2 here from Waterloo. The United States Navy, if you've been waiting for something more in your life, America's Navy may have what you need, like opportunity for hands-on training in any of more than 60 high-growth fields, help with paying for a college degree, opportunities to travel worldwide while helping to change it. Work with cutting-edge technology, no experience needed to start. If you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, America's Navy can help. Launch your future today. America's Navy, a global force for good. Contact them today at 412-395-4680. United States Navy, along with the Generations Bank, Ullman Theater, Reds Place, Section 5 Talks Back, and Seneca Metals are fine sponsors that make these telecasts possible here on Finger Lakes One TV.com. So 4:37 remaining in the first quarter, 13-2 of the Reds controlling on the outset, or from the outset, putting amazing pressure on the Indians, and the Indians have made too many mistakes early on, obviously based on the score. So now Waterloo will try to bring it up, and here's almost another steal, kept away by the Indians, and the Indians will retain possession. Bailey now dribbling way outside. Finds Stenberg right side. Stenberg with a dribble. Gets it inside to Demi, who lost it. Here come the Reds. That's been a theme of my play-by-play. Lost by Waterloo over to Newark.
Yeah, Waterloo's only gotten a couple shots off so far. Just really struggling with that pressure.
Collins to Rosser. Cross court, the bomb is in the air, and it's in the bucket. Collins with a three, 16-2. A coach's worst nightmare to start off like this. Even though we knew going in they were underdogs, but this is not. There's another steal by the Reds. Micah Wright, and there's going to be a foul against Waterloo. And of course, that call will be going against Jamin Mateo. So it's just been a combination of errors, obviously, with 3:46 remaining in the first quarter. 16-2.
Yeah, I'm sure, obviously Waterloo prepared for the press all week long, but they can't simulate the speed that Newark's bringing into this game.
Collins bounce pass, shot in the air, doesn't go by the Reds, and we have a rebound and a foul. It'll be Waterloo basketball. 3:37, quarter number one. I'm Harold Weber along with Matt Verkey, Jeremy Hunt, and Jim Centercrope. Happy to be with you on a Tuesday night in the merry month of January. Stenberg, Bailey likes to dribble it. He's way out top of the lane. Driving is Stenberg, throws up a 4-footer, doesn't go, but he's going to get called on the personal. So he had a good move down the lane, Burke.
Yeah, that's good offense. He got into the lane, and you can't ask for a better shot than that. A little 4-footer, it just didn't drop for him. Then I think they got Deming coming over the back.
Substitutions coming in as well.
Looks like Waterloo's going to apply a little pressure here themselves.
Leaving is Tack, leaving is Dingman. Coming in is Morris. And also, I believe, Tickner's in the game for Newark. Check that. That is Bratcher in the game for Newark. Bratcher's with the basketball. One bounce shot in the air just off the benches. Not good by the Reds. Morris. Indians coming to the front court. Mateo. Bailey. Inside. Deming turning. Deming shooting and not scoring. It came out.
It's another good possession for Waterloo. That's where they want to go.
Here's the pass down low. Shot is no good, and a good block by Waterloo. Deming. Shot in the air, and we have a personal foul by the Indians. So at the 2:24 mark of the first quarter from Waterloo, and it's 16-2 if you just joined us here on Finger Lakes One. As we play a little replay, that was a nice block by the Indians. But the focus of this game early on, the tempo has been fast-paced by the Reds, putting extreme pressure on the Indians. Indians are very young. Shot is in the air and good by Waterloo.
Yeah, it's tough. Waterloo wants to play slow, but Newark's pressure, they force you to speed up your game, and they almost just go in. They feel like they got to drive in and get a shot up pretty quickly, and then you're playing right into Newark's hands there. But, last couple times down, Waterloo's had some decent possessions. They got a couple nice looks, and they didn't fall. And Stenberg was able to get a couple free throws.
Couple of free throws, making it 16-4. Couple of substitutions in, we'll give you them in a second. Here's the drive, count it. The drive by Rosser, and the bucket count. So as quick as Waterloo gets a couple of free throws, Newark just speeds down the court like the road runner and matches it.
Yeah, Coach Panic trying to apply a little half-court, three-quarter court pressure there, but Newark's, they're well coached. They got a bunch of, they always have 4 ball handlers out there, and I think they're a tough team to try to trap or press full court, and Newark got the quick basket on the other end.
Hits the rim and doesn't go for the free throw shot, so it's 18-4, Newark, with a couple of minutes left here in quarter number 1. To the baseline, shot in the air by Waterloo's, doesn't go. Rebound now by Waterloo, nice play.
Nick Stenberg on the putback.
Stenberg on a nice putback. Driving down, little 4-footer won't go. Rebound Indians. Morris on the attempt. It's still going to be Waterloo basketball.
Yeah, Waterloo's got to be aware. When they catch the ball, they got to turn and look before they turn and dribble, because Newark's going to be right in your face.
Coach Panic, even though his team is winless, you got to admire this young man. He's out there screaming instructions in his team. Never say die, Jeff, and I like that about him. And here's a kick by the Indians, and the Newark player goes for it, and we'll get a jump out of it, a jump ball out of it. And a possession will be Waterloo.
Nice hustle there by both players. Newark showed some, they're not afraid to get on the floor, even though, up 18-6. They're diving all over the floor for the loose ball.
Leaving will be Rosser, coming in as Dingman for Havrilla's team for Newark. Here's a pass, and it's thrown away. As Jones tried to throw a pass in, but he overthrew his teammate, and it's going to be Newark basketball. 1:33 remaining, quarter number 1. You may hear Coach Avrilla telling him to move it as the Reds play catch around the circle.
Waterloo packing in a zone here, going a little 2-3.
Here's the bomb from way outside, not going to go by Mike A. Wright. And got a foul against the Reds.
That was right on the foul, so keep an eye on that. He's got 1 foul. Maybe if Waterloo can get some of these guys in foul trouble, they'll have a little better chance here.
Deming looking to come into the game when he gets a second. Shot is up and good.
Waterloo just needs to take care of the ball. Newark scored mostly in transition in the half court. Waterloo's kind of held their own with them, but they've just been so sloppy with the ball due to Newark's pressure that it's been easy for Newark just to steal it and go down and make some layups.
Stenberg on the free throw will attempt another one. Eyes to bucket and root, and it's in and out. Rebound Reds. Trying a 5-footer for the Reds was the likes of Morris. It did not go. Waterloo coming the other way.
Nice job by Deming there, holding his ground, and he affected the shot.
Deming wants the ball. Deming's got the ball. Deming shoots the ball and scores. Deming, Ben Deming, with a nice little 5-footer off the glass.
I think that's where Waterloo's got to go. They can be successful down there. Ben's a nice player. He's big, and he used that body real well there.
Here's Morris taking it to the hoop, throws it up and hits it. What a shot by Morris. Roderick Morris. 30 ticks left, quarter 1. It's all been Newark so far. Trying to bounce it inside, and it was kicked by a Red. It'll still be Waterloo basketball.
Waterloo's done a better job in the press the last few times. I still think they got the cross-court passes open, and they just need to throw it, and then I think they'll have a 2-on-1, and they maybe get some scoring opportunities out of it.
Mateo outside, Stenberg with the basketball, under 15 seconds. Here's Deming, and he gets it slapped away, stolen by the Reds, under 10 seconds. Coming down, and a foul. Is getting crushed on the way down looks like Logan's. Deming on the personal foul, and Shamar Logans will be at the line for a deuce. with 7.9 seconds to play here in quarter number 1 as you follow high school basketball here on Finger Lakes 1. I'm Harold Weber with Matt Verkey. Glad to be alongside on a nice Tuesday night. If you're checking us out, we hope that you enjoy the broadcast. Here's Logan's making the first one as multiple substitutions are being made, as Logan's now will have an opportunity to have another one as we wind down here in the first quarter. Newark has everything they're advertised. First time I have seen them all year. They run and gun, and he makes both free throws, and they play extremely suffocating defense. Time running down. Waterloo better make a move. They're still in the backcourt. Under 3 seconds to play. Now they've really got to throw up a Hail Mary, Matt.
Yeah, and I said it before, but I think that they got to get it and look up the court, not just they're throwing passes in the backcourt too much. They got to attack the press a little bit better.
Inbounding under 3 seconds. We have a personal foul. Got a foul call against the Red, and that was sort of like that's not a shooting situation. The personal foul was called on Newark's Kyle Lotz. Inbounding. And what do we got, a foul?
Yeah, they got, no, you know what they had was Waterloo guy caught it out of bounds.
Okay. So 0.7 seconds ago. This last 3 seconds is Jeff Panig's not too happy, showing his displeasure to the guys with the whistles, which is not abnormal in the game of basketball. Inbounding the Reds under a minute to go. Under a second to go, I should say. End of first quarter from Waterloo, ladies and gentlemen. On Newark jumping out early, leading 22-9. Let's take this commercial break. We'll be back.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Jody Torrio. If you're like me, you've got stuff lying around the house that you want to recycle, but you're just not sure how, like broken toasters, vacuum cleaners, or microwaves. At Seneca Meadows, we have a drop-off for those. Bring in anything with a cord, and we'll make sure it's recycled properly through our partnership with 2TRG. It's that easy.
Welcome back, everybody. The Dog H. Weber with Matt Verkey here at courtside in Waterloo. 1 quarter into books, 22-9, Matt. Newark as favored, expecting to be ahead. But the way they started this game looked like it might be 30 points. Here's a shot by Reds as they begin second quarter action. And there's a layup off the glass. So the Reds quickly come out and establish their dominance as the Indians will try to get it across midcourt line, and they do. As Stenberg now has to give up his dribble. Bailey with the ball now for the Indians. Bailey. Guarded by Tech. Stenberg touched it, he lost it, and it's going to go, I believe, still with Waterloo. That's sort of a break. I thought it went off the fingertips of Stenberg.
Yeah, they're keeping it with Waterloo, but Waterloo guys can't pick up their dribble with nowhere to go. They're picking up, they're getting pressure, and they're throwing it away. Just even their offense, they got to dribble and make a move and go somewhere.
Deming now, double teamed. Deming gets a slapped away, stolen by the Reds, and here's a Harold Weber layup. When I say Harold Weber layup, that means I could have made that one. That's how easy that shot was. 26-9, the Reds.
Kind of the theme of the night, Newark steals it and gets a layup. It's been a little too easy for them so far.
Stenberg, Bailey, we got a 10-second. We do. Amazing. Talk about the pressure being applied. It reminds you of putting your finger into a vice, Burke, and they just keep putting pressure on that finger, and before you know it, it snaps up. And right now, it's just intense that Waterloo cannot respond to it. And again, let's give credit where credit is due. The Reds have got a very athletic, a very fast team. The Indians of Waterloo They're young.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup for Waterloo.
They're young.
They struggle at the guard spot with ball handling and against pressure defense. And
Here's a drive and a layup again by the Reds.
Waterloo's defense is lacking here too lately.
Yeah.
It's just too easy to drive in against the zone and make a layup.
And here's yet another steal by the Reds. Shot from way outside doesn't go. Rebound Deming. As the Reds are just calling their shots and just playing intense defense, and Waterloo has no answer. Stenberg from 18 doesn't go. Long rebound, Waterloo. Deming behind the head layup. Nice play, Deming. Gave it to the gentleman, and I believe it was Stenberg. What a pass by Deming to Stenberg. Here's a 3-on-1 the other way, and it's a foul. So you're right, Burke. Every time Waterloo does something positive, the Reds go 3-on-1 the other way.
Yeah, Waterloo's got to do a better job of getting back after they score. You know,
Right.
as you see here in the replay, Waterloo scores and Newark scoring 4 seconds later down here. They're getting fouled.
So the arithmetic is 28-11, as you can see. We're broadcasting tonight from Waterloo, and again, we have a classic one a week from tomorrow night, folks. If you don't have tickets to this game, you may want to forget about getting over there, because there's no way you're going to get in unless you got tickets. Lions and Clyde, that place will be just humming with people. They'll be in the rafters for that one. That's a Wednesday the 22nd. We'll be there with our live coverage. Dave Barnick and Matt Verke will be doing the call along with Jeremy and Jimmy, and I'm going to try to get over there as a fan and maybe have a few words with my buddy Dave Barnick at halftime if I can get over there. I definitely want to see that game, because that should be one of the best.
Yeah, that's it's always a big rivalry, and especially the last couple of years with both Lions and Clyde. They're both sectional champions right now and played for the league title. They split it last year, so it should be a great game.
He just mentioned, and Jimmy just pulls it up. It's amazing. It's like he's got 75 things up his sleeve, He should have been a dealer in Vegas. The second one doesn't go. 1 out of 2 from the free-throw line, and the Reds controlling this one from the outset. They jumped out to something like a 16-1 lead. Bailey will not take the long bomb. Stenberg looks inside for the big guy Deming. And again, as Verks talked to them, giving up their dribble too early. And here is Bailey stepping out of bounds. It goes back to Newark, and Bailey can't believe it. So it's been a combination of the athletic superiority by the Reds and the speed of the Reds. And here's a pass way down court. Coming in the left side, driving to the hoop is a layup by the Newark's, amazingly, Rosser.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Waterloo kid's got to do a little better job of getting back.
Triple team. Bailey's got it. Got an open man. Bailey shoots and scores. And here's a pass. 2 on nobody. Throws up a prayer and scores. Amazing. Rosser again. So this has been a theme today. It's like the Young and Restless soap opera. It just continues to happen day in and day out. Here's Bailey getting it stolen by the Reds, and they're going to say it's still Waterloo basketball. I never quite remember seeing a game that has had the ebb and flow like this one, where Waterloo has to work their tails off to get a 2-pointer, and the Reds go boom, 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 score.
Yeah, Waterloo's kind of looking to set up a little, three-quarter court press, and the kids are kind of running through their spots, and Newark's just sending guys deep.
Morris has played a good game since he's came in for the Reds. Here's a bounce pass down low, shot up in the air, missed it, shot up in the air, doesn't go. Rebound Indians. We got a whistle in the backcourt. We might have a foul. We will have a Newark foul.
I think if I was Waterloo, I'd forget about trying to trap or any press or anything like that. At least worry about getting back first, and then maybe come out and trap from there.
Mike A. Wright with the personal foul called. 4:55 remaining here in the first half. As the Indians now will, I'm surprised they're not totally out of breath, as they've been just pressured in the. Here's almost a steal, saved by Waterloo. They retain possession. Now it's stolen away. No, it's got back to Waterloo. Nice pass. Beautiful pass, and that bucket is by Waterloo's Jones, but a beautiful pass.
And Waterloo retreats this time back into the zone.
Thank God.
They still got to move their feet in this zone, though. Newark's been able to penetrate the zone, and they get in there and dish for a layup.
Bratchard, Mackay right. Mackay with a 6-footer. He might get a call for steps, and he did.
Newark's going to set up their press.
And there's a setup as Bratcher and Wright stay in the backcourt.
Well, Waterloo's going to get in the one-on-one here at least. That
okay.
they get some freebies at the line here, hopefully.
It looks like they may need it. 33-15, the Reds of Newark leading the Waterloo Indians as you follow the action here on Finger Lakes 1 TV. We hope that you are enjoying it wherever you may be checking us out. We look forward to continuing our broadcast. We've got a lot of good ones coming up. I talked about the Lions-Clyde game on the 22nd and the 31st. We head to Newark with another beautiful matchup. Wayne taking on Newark. And then we got Let's Play 2, as Ernie Banks once said, February 7th, Waterloo Minders girls at 6 o'clock, followed by the Waterloo Minders boys. That's a twin bill on the 7th of February. 1 out of 2 by the Indians from the free throw line, and here come the Newark Reds in a hurry. Shot from way outside, swish. Wow. Logan's with the bucket from way downtown. Demings turns and shoots and will not get the rebound, will not get the friendly roll. Micah Wright, here's another bomb, doesn't go. Rebounded Newark. Turning, shooting, layup. No, rebounded by Waterloo. Deming. Stenberg. Stolen by Newark. Another layup.
Logan's again there.
Sounds repetitive, doesn't it? And a timeout on the court. 38-16 in Burke. I know we're harping on the same subject, but unfortunately that's what we have to harp on. It's the intense heat defensively. There's just no match for that. The Indians are too young to match up with that.
Kind of what we were worried about coming in, that Waterloo's guards weren't going to be able to handle the pressure put on by this, super quick, athletic Newark team. And so far, that's played out in this game. Waterloo's just struggled to get set up in some offense, and they've had a tough time scoring the ball, which they have done all year against every team they played. They only average in the low 40s, high 30s per game, and they're going to be lucky to get there again tonight.
Verk, how often do you get a picture of somebody who's coming on my show on Monday? But Chelsea Steinrock looking at our camera with the black. Wave to the camera, Chelsea. She'll be into the studios along with Amanda Webb. That'll be Weber this week, my show on Monday mornings on Finger Lakes 1. She'll be joined by Amanda. We look forward to talking to those fine young ladies, both major contributors to the Waterloo girls. It's not all Lauren Deming and Lindsey Johnson, even though they are the two main cogs. It takes 5 to play, as you know, Verk, better than anybody.
Yeah, they're a very well-rounded team. You don't get to the Class B state final with just two girls. They got a strong 1 through 7 or 8. And, they're going to be looking for another sectional title this year.
Want to remind Jimmy to throw an extra $5 bill in Jeremy Hunt's paycheck this week for that fine shot of Chelsea Steinrock. Good job, Jeremy. That's why you get the big bucks. Here's the Indians now playing offense, down by 22. Deming trying to bounce it down low instead of turning and shooting. He tried for the extra pass. As a matter of fact, we probably should have thought of this. We probably could have had Lauren Deming come over and say a couple words at halftime, Burke, unless we got somebody lined up, because she just come off an injury. She's ready to go back to battle. But as the Indians now working down by 22.
Shot clock's ticking down here.
Better throw it up, and they do, and it does not go, and it's going to be over the back on Ben Deming. That's the obvious foul, as Ben went over the back. Coach Bob Havrilla very happy about that call. Needless to say, he doesn't really need it, as he's up by 22 markers. Under 3 minutes to play here. As the Reds have just been too much for the Indians, the young Indians tonight.
Waterloo's going with a little man-to-man here, kind of get out of that zone and try a little, see if they can contain Newark a little better with the man-to-man defense.
Here's a drive. Nice shot by Newark. As young man has really impressed me. Micah Wright, impressive young player, good athlete.
Yeah, he's a super player in football. He's the player of the year, and he uses that athleticism. Newark's really undersized, but guys like Tack and Wright, those guys really battle inside, and they use their good athletes, obviously, and they're able to make up for that lack of size with some superior athleticism.
Mateo bouncing in now, looking for a pass off, and he's got one. The shot from the side doesn't go. Rebounded, all Reds. Under 2 to play in a very fast-moving first half. Coming down on a layup, and it knocked it out of bounds. It'll still be Newark basketball. On the drive was Rosser.
Got some mass substitutions
as
here.
the Reds will bring in a bunch of new players. We'll track them down for you. The likes of Mitchell DeWolf is in the game for Newark. By the way, Upstate Hoops podcast comes up, Finger Lakes One Sports, every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Shot, by the way, for the Reds was good. Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball talk on fingerlakes1.tv. Upstate Hoops is a phenomenal show. Tons of viewers every week for that show. They bring in a lot of great guests. Here's a driving layup by the Indians. Nice play by Waterloo as Stenberg on the nice drive. 1:20 remaining. I try to check out your podcast on Thursday nights, and unfortunately, Burke, I fall asleep at 9:30, so I only watch a little bit of it, because when you're old like I am, you need your sleep. Here's the Reds from outside scoring. But I make attempts because you do have some outstanding guests that come into that show.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. It is a little late, but you know, I think we're going to have a couple Newark guys in this week, so
that's awesome.
We try to get them in every week.
Here's the shot from the side, doesn't go. The shot by Mateo doesn't go. Up to Newark. Newark got 2-on-1. Newark to the hoop. Newark does not score. Rebound, however, Reds, and we're going to get a jump ball. It will be possession, Waterloo. Kind of a fast-moving half here. 47 seconds to go. It's been on Newark, 45-18.
Yeah, Newark's played well, and you know they've gotten a lot of layups, but they've also knocked down 3 or 4 three-pointers. You know, they haven't really had to shoot them too much, but when they do, they're usually wide open and knock them down.
A shot from way outside. Another great shot by Stenberg. So that cuts a lead, 45-21. Morris plays catch with his buddy Collins. They're going to go for the last shot, I will assume. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Driving down. Shot by Morris. No. Rebounded up and in. That was Tech on the shot. 8 seconds to go in the first half. Bailey to the baseline. Bailey, no, but a foul. Looks like Morris can't believe he got called on a foul. He did. So Roderick Morris on the foul for Newark, and the Indians will go to the free throw line. 47-21. We've got only about 4 seconds to go. Not about, exactly. As Bailey, who's done a lot of dribbling tonight, and he will be at the line with a couple of opportunities. Kyle Bailey, sophomore. Shot is up and good. Shot is up and good. Couple of nothing but nets. And the score mounts to 47-23. Pass is thrown away. It'll still be Waterloo basketball.
Yeah, Waterloo get a chance here to score underneath out of bounds because nobody touched the ball down there. So Waterloo inbound it under their own basket.
Still plenty of time to get it up. 4 seconds to go. Inbounding is going to be Bailey with 4 seconds to go. Shot from way outside, going to be an air ball. And that leaves us with 1 tick left on the clock in the first half. So we have 1 second, and the ball is going to end the first half. And there it is. All Newark, ladies and gentlemen. As expected, they were heavily favored coming in as they lead the Waterloo Indians. Score at halftime, 47-23, the Newark Reds. Stay tuned for our halftime show, but first let's take a commercial break and we'll be back.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Jody Torrio.
If you're like me, you've got stuff lying around the house that you want to recycle, but you're just not sure how, like broken toasters, vacuum cleaners, or microwaves. At Seneca Meadows, we have a drop-off for those. Bring in anything with a cord, and we'll make sure it's recycled properly through our partnership with 2TRG. It's that easy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dog H. Weber. Here we are courtside at halftime of a game heavily dominated, as expected, you would have to say, based on the flow of the game and the way that Newark has more athletes. Basically, they're a little older than the Waterloo Indians. Waterloo's a very young team. They have intense pressure defensively, and they've made a lot of points, and they've made a lot of easy points. 47-23 over the Waterloo Indians. And, of course, a young lady who needs really no introduction, Lauren Deming, who has been on my show on Monday Morning Weber this week a couple of times, and now she sees herself. You can wave now. Lauren, first off, welcome to our halftime show, and your comments on the first half of play. Newark looks very tough.
Yeah, they're really tough. They look like men amongst boys right now.
Well, and of course, we should point out the Deming name is synonymous with basketball. Ben is a sophomore. Mm-hmm. So do you guys play a little one-on-one?
Yes.
And you kick his butt, I bet.
I used to until he grew. I always thought of me.
Well, certainly, let's talk a little about yourself. Lauren Deming, our guest here today. She's one of the point people of the Waterloo girls varsity team. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, I was in watching my granddaughter cheerlead, and it just so happened Lauren, the Indian girls, were in town to take on Geneva. My granddaughter Izzy, a cheerleader for the Geneva High Panthers. And I remember the scream and the result of an injury, high ankle sprain. You had some orthopedic look at you. You were taken to the hospital that night. Mm-hmm. You thought you might get back sooner. And talking with your dad, I've made a couple of calls to see how you were doing. So give us an update. How do you feel, and what's the prognosis for you to be 100%? How soon is it going to take you to go there?
I feel really good right now. I mean, I've only had 2 practices after I've been back, but it's feeling good. Hopefully I don't tweak it or anything like that. But.
Yeah, so you can run and gun then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, and then I find out that maybe Lindsey Johnson tweaked her ankle a little bit or something.
Yeah, she did the other day in practice.
So it seems like it goes from bad to worse, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, you were not obviously there for the Palmac game. You didn't have a chance to compete against Vanderwall, one of the better players. She scores 38 last night.
Yeah.
But you have a rematch, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
Yes.
So now, with your injury coming off the injury, how much can you practice? Do you have to take it slow? As the orthopedic man say, take it slow, or does he let you go full blast?
Well, he's telling me to take it slow, but I feel like I know kind of what I can do and what I can't do at this point. But
Sure, that's good. So your capsule, Lauren Deming, is our guest here at halftime here on Finger Lakes One TV. I'm Harold Weber, obviously, along with Lauren. She's getting to be a regular. I said she'd be taking over my show if we keep on having her on. Pretty soon I'll be getting my pink slip. But certainly your analysis of the first half, you said it first, without disparaging the Waterloo boys, they're very young, and you have to say that. They're in a tough situation where they're still winless, and obviously they're going to lose another one tonight.
Yeah.
But what's the feeling from your brother as far as the attitude? Are they still trying to remain high and keep plugging away?
Yeah, he's trying to keep a positive attitude about it all. Just keep improving. We keep telling him, but.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you how Christmas went. Did Santa Claus come?
Yep.
All right, well, he left me a bag of coal as usual, so not to worry, for the 45th straight year. So want to thank Lauren Deming for spending us a few minutes here at halftime on a game that's 47-23, and look forward to seeing you. We'll, of course, be doing a couple of your games down the road. Our team will be broadcasting the Minders Waterloo girls game on the 7th of February, and I'll have the opportunity to be right here on the 11th when you take on the Newark girls.
All right.
So congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you.
And your hand is ice cold.
And it's very clammy right now.
Thank you. Lauren Deming joins us here on Finger Lakes One broadcast of Newark Waterloo basketball. All right, Lauren Deming is joining us, and of course, as we have an opportunity now, let's take a commercial break, and we will return with more comments here at halftime.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at senecameadows.com.
And we're back here at Waterloo High School. Harold Weber with Matt Berkey, Jeremy Hunt, and Jimmy Senecropi broadcasting the Waterloo versus Newark game. Again, thank to Lauren Deming for sitting in. She's getting to be a pro at this. She's been on my show a couple times, and of course now, but she's ready to go, and it's good news, Burke, for the Waterloo girls team, who can really go a long way this year with Lindsay and her and Chelsea Steinrock and a bunch of other ladies. So it's nice that she could take time out to talk to us at halftime. Verk, you just encapsulated the first half basically before the began the halftime break. Too much athleticism for Newark, too much pressure. Waterloo was unable to sustain it or handle it. Waterloo was giving up their dribble, which you talked about, and they were dead in the water.
Yeah, I thought, Waterloo settled down there a little bit after the first few possessions. They were able to break the press a little bit. I still think they need to, make some longer passes. When Waterloo put some pressure on Newark, they made 2 passes and got a layup. I think Waterloo needs to get back on defense a little bit better. Obviously, I'm sure Coach Panic talked to the team about getting back, not giving up the easy ones. And even when they're in the zone, Waterloo's got to move their feet a little bit better. I know these guys are quick, but you got to keep them in front of you, because if you can't do that, then obviously you can't guard them. And, offensively, Waterloo needs to get the ball into Ben Deming. They're able to do that a few times. Stenberg had a nice half. He hit a couple threes, got to the basket a few times. And just been really impressed with Newark overall. They're not, even though the score's been a little lopsided, they're going about it as a bit, all business. Tyler Collins, he's always in control. Done a great job tonight. He kind of is the guy behind some of these bigger athletes that they have, but he runs the show. He's always under control, makes the right pass, doesn't really care about scoring, but he's a capable scorer.
Right.
So I've been really impressed with Newark tonight, and this second half, obviously, I think the game's pretty much the outcome's been determined, but
right.
I'd like to see Waterloo come out and put up a fight here, and see Newark continue to work on their game. I'm sure eventually they're going to call off the press here a little bit and let up on the pressure, but should be up and down second half.
Collins with 10 points for Newark in the first half, along with Stenberg for 10 for Waterloo. So they led the way, but I saw outstanding efforts by Mike A. Wright, who had 7, and Rosser with 6. So let's see how she goes here in the third quarter as you check us out here on Finger Lakes 1 TV. By the way, a reminder, our next broadcast after tonight, a week from tomorrow night, will be the likes of Clyde Savannah hosting their arch rival Lions. Underway, third quarter, the Reds throw it up right off the bat, doesn't go, rebound doesn't go, Deming rebound.
And Newark didn't press off the miss, so that's good for Waterloo. Let's see if Waterloo can run some offense here.
Shot from the left side is an air ball, Reds. Collins,
nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
It's kind of what we talked about. Collins getting in the lane there, nice pass to Tack, and Tack made the reverse layup.
Unbelievable pass. Almost stolen shot from way outside, doesn't go. Newark rebound. Collins off the backboard. Here's the big guy, Deming, who loses it. Here come the Reds, and a foul. And they're going to catch Waterloo's Stenberg on the personal foul.
Yes. I think Ben, would be better off there getting into a guard and getting down on the post.
I want to remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, our broadcast, Omen Theater. Check out the big screen and digital production at the Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. Showing this weekend is Saving Mr. Banks, inspired by the extraordinary, untold backstory of how the Disney classic Mary Poppins made it to the screen. Showtimes at omentheater.com. Our good friends, Bob and Leslie Omen, great sponsors of many of our events, and we want to say hi to the Omens if they're checking us out. They usually check out these broadcasts, so if they're checking us out, we'd like to say hi to Bob and Leslie. Good supporters of Finger Lakes 1, and of course don't forget that it won't be long, believe it or not, a couple months we'll be playing some baseball over in Newark, and that is quite an event over there, so check that out. Another fine sponsor of high school basketball here on Finger Lakes 1.tv. Working the basketball, could have got called for steps on that one. I believe they got the step call on Mike A. Wright.
I think they had a jump ball there. They were kind of tied up, and he went up with it and came down with it, and they called him for the jump. Newark seems to just be matching up straight man so far this half. They took the pressure off and kind of allowing the Waterloo at least getting some half-court offense here.
Looking for an outlet. Bailey stops and pops and hits. Bailey with a nice swisheroo.
And that's a nice job by Waterloo. They ran some offense, got a nice shot for Bailey, and he knocked it down.
Pass to the left side, shot by Dingman. Counted as well.
Newark does a great job of getting down the court after a made basket by Waterloo.
Bailey, who's done more dribbling than I can remember out of guard for some time. He likes to dribble it. Stenberg inside, missed the chippy, all Newark.
Yeah, Bailey's struggling with the quickness of Collins out front. He can't really get by him. They need to come out and relieve him a little help.
Speaking of Collins, McCollins to Mikey Wright. Mikey Wright. Mike A. Wright from way outside. Comes back to him. Long rebound. Stops and pops. Yes, sir.
Micah Wright. There you go.
Micah Wright. Everything's been right about Micah tonight. Bouncing underneath, the big guy, Deming, can't find anywhere, but he gets it to bank home.
Nice job. 3 guys on him. He spun in there. Probably got a little lucky there, but he's able to get it up and in.
If you missed it, his sister Lauren said he used to kick his butt one-on-one, and now he's a little bit bigger, so it's more of a challenge for the talented Lauren as the Deming family. Not, however, to compete with the Verkey family name, though. Pass down low, missed the chippy.
That's again a little too easy there. They gotta be aware and can't give up with easy ones like that.
5 minutes to play, quarter number 3. All Newark tonight, 53-27 thus far. Deming, head fake. Deming takes it, lays it up, good shot. And he said, no, it did not go. It looked like it went through the net. It was short, so it will be Newark
I think
basketball.
it went up the other way, the wrong way.
Wow.
I always thought that was a violation, but the refs, maybe they didn't see it or didn't call it.
Well, we got the replay. He comes up, and it went up and through. That's been a while since I've seen that before, but hey. In these broadcasts, you never know what you're going to see, as Collins will inbounce it.
Waterloo staying man out of bounds, and Newark's going to obviously try to score out of this. A lot of coaches like to go to a 2-1-2 or something out of bounds, and it looks like Waterloo did go. Well,
inbounding, Mike Wright. Banks it home, layup. Too many layups tonight, folks. Too many, way too many. Nate Barnes. Way outside shot, no chance of that one going. Dingman rebounding, Collins in a hurry.
Collins is always under control. He attacked the lane, didn't see anything there, pulled it back out.
Throwaway. The big guy, Deming. The big guy passing. Stenberg.
Nice play there. Deming handled the ball a little bit and found the cutter from Waterloo for 2 points. I think it was Jonathan Jones.
It was Jonathan Jones. Correction, sorry about that. Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. 55-29 Newark. Look at this move, will ya? Throws it up and almost made a dazzling Elgin Baylor move.
Yeah, they're really playing tack to shoot, and he just drove hard to the basket and did a spin move, and questionable call there maybe, but he's getting 2 free ones here.
And that, of course, will be the likes of Phil Tack.
Tack was the quarterback on a very successful football team this year, so him and Micah Wright hooked up a lot out there. He's quarterback, the wide receiver, and they had 2 great athletes who are looking to carry over from that football season into basketball here.
They can bring some athletes through that chain in Newark. Shot doesn't go, tipped out of bounds by the Reds. It'll be back to Waterloo. Bailey. Darling with the basketball. Now Bailey gets it back. Bailey loses control. Throws up a prayer. Doesn't go. Rebound Reds.
Yeah.
Looked like Harlem Globetrotter material there. Here's Tack leaving it out to Mike A. Wright. Driving, popping. No. Rebounded by Waterloo. Behind the back Stenberg. He's going to lose it. You can bet your bottom dollar. Dingman with a 5-footer. No. Rebounded by the Reds. Head fake. No. Out of bounds. It'll still be Newark basketball.
Lasso was battling hard there. He just couldn't get the fall.
I was getting tired watching him. As the Reds will take, some of the Reds will take a breather and some will come in to spell them. As we're happy to be with you on a nice Tuesday night. I'm Harold Weber along with Matt Verkey and Jeremy Hunt, Jim Senacropi. Glad to be alongside as we continue our 14-game package of high school basketball coverage. Here's the Reds trying to save it. They do. They will set up as Mike A. Wright will bring it outside top of the lane. Morris to the hoop. He lost control of the basketball. And it's coming the other way, Indian style. Under 3 minutes to go. That young Bailey kid's going to need his sleep tonight. He's been dribbling a lot. He's had me tired watching him dribble so much. Looking inside, lost by Waterloo. Here come the Reds. Down 3-on-1. Could have got called for steps. They gave him the layup anyways. Mike A. Wright, I believe, on the layup. Looked like he gave an extra step on that one, Burke.
Yeah, he might get away with a walk there.
Here's another steal. What a shock and a foul against Waterloo in the backcourt. The foul's going to be called against the likes of Nate Barnes.
I think that was going to be another jam there if he didn't get tripped up. That would have been nice to see.
57-29. It's too bad Jim Senacropi, our producer and director owner, is not on camera tonight to show his face because he's still got a big smile with his Syracuse Orangeman. We'll talk about that when we get a few minutes too, because he's been smiling ever since the weekend.
A lot to smile about. They're obviously off to a great start this year.
Yeah.
And, nice win last night against Boston College.
Here's a drive in, lay it up. Nice shot by Mike A. Wright again.
That was, who's that? Roderick Morris on that.
Okay. Morris. 59-29. It's been Newark from the get-go. For Waterloo to even sniff an opportunity tonight, folks, to be honest with you, they had to get out early. They had to get a 6-8 point lead early on. Put a little scare in these Reds, but it didn't happen. The Reds open up 16-1. Good night, Irene.
Yeah, it was over early, and things just didn't go Waterloo way early. They didn't handle the pressure as well as they would have liked to. But
here's another steal. Here's another pass down, another layup. It does not go. Rebounded by the Reds. It's almost like going to a carnival. You get 5 chances for these buckets. Drive it underneath, lay it up and in by the Reds, and that is Morris again.
A lot of athletes for Newark. Even some of the guys coming off the bench are just superior athletes, and it really shows out here. They got a lot of basketball players on this team.
Yeah.
Who I think basketball is their primary sport. They handle the ball well. They pass the ball well. They seem to all get along with each other. So I think their chemistry is really good this year.
As Coach Bob Havrilla can put this in the W column, even though we've only got a minute to go in the third quarter. But this has been all Newark. And here's a 2-on-1. Down shot, no foul. And the Indian foul will be called against the likes of Kyle Bailey.
So Bratcher coming off the bench here, getting a couple free throws, getting the foul.
Zoran Bratcher. Shot in the air and no. Speaking of Syracuse Orangemen, their next game will be Pittsburgh on Saturday at the Dome. Pittsburgh, I believe, is 23rd in the country. Shot is up and good. 1 out of 2.
It's a Pittsburgh has over the years given Syracuse some trouble. They seem to have a good knowledge of how to attack that zone, and they have a little different personnel this year than they've had in years past. But that should be a really good game.
Bouncing as the Indians play catch, and they may want to start throwing it up to the hoop because they're down by 30. So Bailey head fake, one dribble, keeps going, lays it up, blocked by Newark, taken back by the Indians, lay up and in. And here's a pass, as we have seen all night long, another layup by the likes of the Newark Reds. And Matt, same situation, Logan's. Same thing has happened all night long. Waterloo has to work their butt off to get 2, and in a matter of 3 seconds, they tie it up with a layup at the other end.
Yeah, I think, Waterloo, like you said, they work hard to score, and then they kind of relax, and Newark comes right back at you, and they're scoring 2 seconds later.
What a shock. Bailey's dribbling the basketball and a foul. As Kyle Bailey's wondering, hey, man, I'm tired. But he's doing his Harlem Globetrotter impersonation, doing it well tonight, too.
He was just asking some of his teammates to get open. They do need to spring some guys clear here, and needs to get off the dribble a little bit.
Well, they don't call them the Hatfield McCoys, but they call them Clyde Savannah Lions for the Wayne County Shootout next weekend. And that's next week, a week from tomorrow night, the 22nd of January. And so this should be a beauty of a game.
Yeah, we were there last year in Clyde, and Lions won to share the league title with them. And right now it's kind of set up the exact same way. Clyde won at Lions this year, and they both pulled out. Lions had some real close games with Northwest Wolcott. Red Creek gave them a close game, but they pulled them out and set up the matchup. Hopefully they continue to both win and set up a great matchup next Wednesday.
End of 3. Can you say double, baby? Double the score. Newark 64, Waterloo 32. We'll continue with high school basketball here on Finger Lakes 1 after this.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at senecameadows.com.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're back here to begin quarter number 4 in a game dominated by the Reds as they start the 4th quarter. The shot doesn't go, tipped out of bounds. It'll still be Newark basketball. Well, Virk, we've been singing the same opera song all night long, and the opera continued in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
nothing changed.
No, both teams played hard that quarter, and Newark just has superior athleticism and quickness, and it continued to bother Waterloo that quarter as well. And
Micah Wright was all over the court.
Yeah, and he's having a great game and really showing off that athleticism.
Morris now. Logans. As now they can burn some time and they can set up some plays that the coach Havrilla wants to work on. Because this game shot from, what a weird looking shot that was. It looked like he didn't even want to throw it up, but he did. Keith Bremer, looked like he was going to pass it and threw up this right-handed toss and it went through the net.
Yeah, unusual looking shot, but it went in, so that's all that matters.
Here's one from the Indian side of it. It does not go. Rebounded. It's going to be Waterloo basketball. Yeah, watch this. It looks like he's passing it. All of a sudden he decides, let's throw it up.
Hey, goes in. That's all that matters.
67-32. The Reds have been red hot for most of this game. Indians will inbound it. Deming bounces against the body, throws it up. It will not go. It will be saved, however, by the Indians. Stenberg and a foul.
Nice job by Waterloo there. Deming had a nice look, just couldn't get the go, and Stenberg was able to corral it and go up for 2 and draw the foul.
DeWolf on the foul for Newark. I want to remind everybody, Red's Place, what a great sponsor. Great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Come down and watch the big game on one of the 10 flat screen TVs at Red's Place, or visit them online at men'shalloffame.com. Red's Place, fine sponsor of our broadcast here on Finger Lakes 1 TV.com. Shot is up, doesn't go. 67-33, Reds. Almost stolen by Waterloo as Logans now has possession. For the bomb from way outside, good. Mitchell DeWolf.
Newark's night, even their second and third teamers are hitting everything tonight.
Stenberg to the baseline. Shot is going to be short. Rebounded Newark. Oh my God, we got a 3-on-1 bouncing Logans layup.
We've seen that before, haven't we?
Oh, all night long. Darling, shot by Deming, good.
I think that's what Waterloo's going to build around for the future. Deming's got nice height. He's about 6'4", nice touch around the basket, and as he continues to develop, I think he's only a sophomore, so he's going to be a tough matchup for the rest of Finger Lakes for the next couple of years.
Shot is up by Logans. It does not go, but we have a foul. Havrilla up by some 30-some points and still actively involved in the coaching sidelines.
Yeah,
urging his team on.
He wants to see, he coaches everybody. Doesn't matter the score or who's in there, he's going to continue to coach.
Shot does not go. There's a picture of him on our screen. Bob Havrilla. Shot is up and good. Well, the arithmetic is ugly if you're a Waterloo supporter, but you got to give these kids credit. They have not given up. They're trying their best. They're young. Let's see how they progress next year as a shot by Deming goes. Good turnaround by Big Ben Deming.
Nice shot there. Caught it, and that was kind of a 12-footer from the elbow area.
Shot from outside, no. Rebounded Newark. Lay it up and in.
Newark's got to be shooting about 65-70% from the field, I think.
Throwing it up everywhere, yeah. Shot from the side goes in and out by Stenberg. Under 5 to play. Shot by Logans, doesn't go. Rebounded by, guess who? The Harlem Globetrotter, Kyle Bailey. Stopping and popping, doesn't go. Rebound Reds, knocked out of bounds. Push out, it'll be Newark basketball, or they're going to call a foul.
This is kind of time in the game where I see the ref swallow that whistle a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Move things along here a little bit.
Exactly. 75-37. By the way, Section 5 talks back. For an online discussion of tonight's game and all the teams of Section 5, visit section5.talksback.com. That's Section 5 Talks Back. While we're promoting our great sponsors, Seneca Metals, responsible waste management for the next generation. See how they do it by watching their videos at senecametals.com. All great sponsors of our broadcast coverage on fingerlakes1.com. And our broadcast of all these games, and we got quite a few more left in the year. Shot on the drive and layup, no. Newark inside, a foul.
They're going to keep us here late tonight, I think, Harold.
I think it's just the way it goes. My normal 13 hours of sleep will be cut to 11. Yeah, Section 5 champions boys basketball.
Been a while.
I was involved in doing some of the games in 71 and 72 for WSFW Radio. That's when I started in 70.
Kind of amazing. It's been, going on 40 years now since Waterloo's won a
well, the shot heard
boys
around the
basketball
world,
shot.
the Sicko shot in overtime at the War Memorial.
That was in 72?
72, and I was there to cover that one from the War Memorial.
That was against Minders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Minders beat them twice that year in the
Yep.
regular season.
The shot heard around the world. That was a great game. DeSicko. As the Indians play catch around the perimeter. Backing away. Mateo. Barnes looks down low for the big guy. He gets it back. Shot goes in the air, and good shot. Jacob Andrews.
Yeah, nice looking shot from Jacob there. He spotted up and knocked down the three.
Nice shot. And, you know, you don't want to get in a situation when you're losing in a sense, but you also get an opportunity to see some of the young kids that aren't playing much.
Sure.
Here's one off the leg of Waterloo Indian. It'll be Newark basketball.
Yeah, it's nice to see these guys get in. You know, they come to practice, work hard every day, so, you know, deserving of a little playing time here, and score got out of hand, so everybody gets to play tonight.
Shot from the Reds is not going to go. That attempt by the Newark Reds. That was attempted by Bekele. Mateo. Could we get two in a row? We cannot. Rebound, long rebound by the Reds. Taking the trash, and there's a shot over the head shot. Doesn't go. Coming the other way. Fast-paced basketball. This game has been decided. Shot up, foul. I hate to use this term, but this is a game where you say good morning, good afternoon, good night early on in this one. As this game was really never a factor, as the Indians weren't unable to sustain or withstand the great pressure as we predicted would happen. Coach Havrilla, before the game, when I talked to him on the bench, said he was going to put intense pressure on them.
Yeah, they did.
And they did.
The game was over early, and you know, they got off that big early lead. And you know, since then, I thought Waterloo did a couple nice things tonight. They got the ball inside a few times, but you know, Waterloo, you know, we talked about all night. They're a young team, and they're going to get better. Some of these guys from Newark are going to graduate, and
that's right.
You know, Waterloo's going to bring back the majority of their kids. So, you know, it's a team that next year, you know, they're going to look to compete and, you know, win some games in the Finger Lakes East. Maybe not be right at the top yet, but then maybe in 2 years, you know, look to get up towards the top of the Finger Lakes.
Well, the good news for Waterloo, they want to see Rosser next year. He's a senior. Bratcher's a senior. Dingman's a senior.
Phil Tack,
Mike A. Wright is a senior. Also Bekele and also Tack. So they're going to lose a bunch of kids.
They got a nice. They'll have a nice team coming back still, but yeah, they're definitely losing some very good players.
Here's a shot from Connie's Diner. It did not go. Good recovery on the part of the Indians, Mateo. And what do we got? A chippy foul? Got a foul against the Waterloo Indians. Or excuse me, against the Newark Reds, and they're going to call that on. I didn't get the 24, I'm sorry. That's Bekele. As some of the fans head for the turnstiles. As we come to the 2-minute mark of this game, Mateo between the leg dribble. The young man who knocked one home, Bremer. Here's one, blocked by the Reds. That's Tavano. Barnes, Nate looking around. Mateo to the middle. Mateo doesn't go. I want my potato, and he didn't make the shot, and a foul. So it'll stay with Waterloo. Under 2 to go, 77-42. Again, the Wayne County rivalry. A week from tomorrow night here on Finger Lakes 1. Clyde Savannah hosting the Lions. Dave Barnick with the play-by-play, joined by my colleague tonight, Matt Verkey, along with Jimmy, and Jeremy Hunt will be there, obviously. Matt looks forward to that game. And, of course, on Friday the 31st, we'll be in Newark. Our broadcast team will be in Newark checking out Wayne, and that should also be a real good game.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere in that Lions-Clyde game will be a little different than tonight. You know, they're going to have a packed house. It's always a fun place to go.
And
I know Jim loves going to that gym.
Yeah.
And he likes the old gym, and they pack it in there, and it's a fun place to go watch a game, especially when, you know, your rival just down the road comes.
What I love about there is I've had the chance to broadcast some hot games as well from there. every call brings emotion from one side of the bleachers.
Yep.
It's amazing. They go ballistic on it.
It is.
I mean, it's amazing.
And it's a great setup, a great place to
Yep.
watch a game, and we're hoping it's for the league title again, just like last year.
Oh, we got one stuck on the rim. Shot by the Newark's Connor Tickner. Threw one up and it got caught on the rim. Doesn't happen percentage-wise very often, but we're going to see it on replay. Check this one out, folks. Bang.
Nice. Yeah, lodged it right in there.
Yep. A minute to play in a game that really never was contested tonight. Unfortunately, as we thought might happen with the wake. Here's a shot from Mateo. Yes! Mateo from Cecchino's. What a shot. Oh my God, he threw it up from way outside.
He's another sophomore, so he's got a couple more years here too.
40 seconds, shot by the Reds, doesn't go, rebounded by the Reds.
Very impressed with Newark tonight, though. They came out, they did what they wanted to do. They put on the pressure defense. Yep. They got a lot of steals. They shared the basketball. They're great in transition all night long, and Collins did a great job running the show.
Mateo trying the Harlem Globetrotter move, didn't make the score. Under 17 seconds to go. And this baby will be in the record books. As the Reds almost threw it away, saved by Newark. Bremer. And the shot is good. And that will be it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was really, unfortunately, never contested as a shot from the side. Swisheroo, 80-46. All Newark tonight here on our broadcast. We're going to take our break, come back, and we hope to have a guest for our post-game show. Stay with us, folks. Sure. Okay.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Hi, I'm Alan Larson. At Seneca Meadows, landfill gas is used as fuel to generate electricity to power between 12,000 and 18,000 homes. And because this fuel is burned at high temperature, it doesn't go into the atmosphere. To learn more, watch our videos at senecameadows.com.
Buddy. Is it? All right, we're back here in Waterloo. Harold Weber along with Matt Berkey, Jim Senecropi, and Jeremy Hunt. And really a non-contest tonight as the Newark Reds showed their athleticism and their speed and their ability to put amazingly fast human pressure on the Waterloo Indians, who are young in all respect. But Micah Wright played a outstanding role tonight in the game. Micah, first off, welcome to Finger Like Swan TV, and it's nice to have you. As you guys appeared coming to Waterloo tonight, you knew the team was there. Their team was young. And I assume one of your trademarks is putting extreme pressure defensively, and it worked very nicely at the beginning. You jumped out to like a 16-1 lead, and for all intents and purposes, you guys were saying goodbye.
Yeah.
So talk about your team this year. What do you like about it? You guys are moving up and down the court, putting extreme pressure defensively.
Yep, that's really our main goal is to get up and down the court. We want to run teams off the court, to be honest. Our defensive pressure definitely opens up our offensive game, and that's all Coach Bob asked for.
Now, you are a senior this year, and, of course, your 2 losses are to Geneva, right?
Yes.
You lost to Geneva. And did you have one in the non-league as well?
Yeah, we lost in a tournament in Glens Falls to Ogdensburg Free Academy.
But that Geneva game, you certainly, I've watched Geneva play, you certainly can compete with them.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, you know, as you look at Waterloo, and I'm not sure in your basketball background you've seen a team that's so young, inexperienced, and I just think, as we talked about in the pregame, they need to get ahead of you, somehow get ahead by 6-8 points, at least put a scare in you, but that didn't happen, and you guys took it to them hard, and it was just a matter of not running out the clock, but you knew you had complete control.
Yeah.
And, you know, looking at their team, they're young. Ben Deming, the big kid in the middle for them, he tried his best, but you guys were surrounding him like wasn't going to let up, and it was, as they say, all over but the crying. But you guys are playing outstanding basketball, so where do you go after tonight? What's your next game, you know?
We actually play Geneva again Friday.
Okay,
in
so
Geneva.
that's going to be the perfect matchup then.
Yep, we're looking to get them back.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, congratulations. We were glad to be here to broadcast, and we certainly hope you guys run the table and have a great season.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, Mike Wright joins us here on Finger Lakes 1, and we appreciate him taking time out, coming from the locker room to come out and talk to us. So, Michael Wright, one of the outstanding players for the Newark Reds, here on our post-game show. And we'll get our man Verk in here for a couple of closing comments, and as they say in our business, we'll put the act on the outro. Verk, I know we turn our attention for your big game a week from tomorrow night, the Wayne County Shootout, where Jeremy and myself, Dave Barnick will be doing a call, of course, along with you. But I'm looking forward to getting over there if I can to see that game. That's a must for me if I can. But capsizing this game, Verk, nothing has changed since our original comments in the pregame show. Too much speed, too much defensive pressure, and just too much athletes. Too many athletes.
You know, it kind of played out exactly how we thought. You know, just Newark overwhelmed them early, and you know, Waterloo battled all game, and you know, they got some things they can take out of this game. I think, you know, getting the ball inside the Deming a little bit, and you know, I thought Deming battled hard all game, and as did all the kids from Waterloo. But you know, this is just a really tough matchup for Waterloo. You know, Newark they're fast and they're well coached. They're you know, their defensive pressure is unbelievable, and you know, kind of played out as we talked about. You know, Newark came in with only 2 losses. Waterloo still looking for their first win, and you know, played out just as we thought.
And Newark plays Geneva Friday night in Geneva. And I, along with Mary, will be there, God willing, to check out our granddaughter, who's a cheerleader for the team. So nice. It works out a double win for me. See Izzy cheerlead and also watch a classic matchup.
Should be a great game
between Newark and Geneva. So, Verk, it's always good working with you. Look forward to doing it down the road a bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Matt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's say thank you to our great sponsors that work with Jimmy to make these games possible. Generations Bank, we thank them. The United States Navy, Omen Theater, Red's Place, Section 5 Talks Back, and the Seneca Metals. Great sponsors that make these telecasts possible here on Finger Lakes 1 TV. By the way, Monday on my show, Chelsea Steinruck, along with Amanda Webb, will be my guest coming up. That'll be this Monday for the Weber This Week show, airtime live, 9:30 in the morning. Well, speaking for Jeremy Hunt, our ace cameraman, along with Jim Senacropi, our producer, director, owner, and Matt Verke, I'm Harold Weber, bidding you a very pleasant evening here on the 14th of January. Take care, everybody.